Hi, Sarah and Rebecca. Hi, Charity, Joe, Doreen, Amanda, Lisa, Chelsea, Dawn, Elizabeth, Hadrian. Hello. Hi, Jen. Hello. Oh, thank you, Hadrian. Starting with me and ending with me for your day today. Oh, I look so tired. We'll just let it go. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Kenji. Nice to see you. Hi, Evie, Virginia, Katie. Please enjoy this tanuki. This guy here. Nice to see you guys. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Joanne. Hi, Mindy. Dawn. Memphis Stephen. Hello, Gregory. Beverly. Nice to see you guys. Hi, Hayward. Hi, Michelle. Sheila and Patty and Kirsty. Violetta. Caroline, Robert, Patrick, Debbie, Leon, Anna. Oh my goodness, there's so many of you. I'm surprised. Sarah, DT, Danette, Charity, Bill. Thank you so much. Hi, Lethargy. Hi, Renella. Now, welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining me here in Shiga today. I'm so happy to be with you for the next hour and 15 minutes or so. I don't know. I did clean my camera, but I'm gonna come in for a little weep. It looks a bit misty, doesn't it? I actually don't know if it's just my eyes that are misty. Who knows? My eyes are not so good today. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Taufik. Hi, Salwa, Jerry. Nice to see you. It is a little misty. The day is also misty. Let me give it another whip, whip, whip. Beep, 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 beep. I really don't know, actually. I think it's the weather. What do you think now, Lisa? But I have to, this is our first time having a rainy one. Having a rainy Hikone castle. We don't normally do this. It could be the humidity for sure. Sadly, I've only had this phone for 4 or 5 months, but I think it's not very good and I have to buy a new one already, which means I've had 3 phones in 1 year, which really sucks. But we'll have to go with it. It's very rainy today. Luckily, we are going to see lots of lovely blossoms. But yeah, it could be humidity making the phone do that. I'm very, very sorry. Let me see what I can... It does make it quite atmospheric, but I wonder if there's something I can do again. Let me... Wee. Sorry, everybody. Not very professional of me. But yeah, I got a feeling that's a humidity thing. Yeah, massive ouch. Phones are not cheaper, no. So yes, you are right in thinking I've been spending a fortune. There is the lovely Hikone Castle, which we are going to see today. I'm glad that's a little bit better, but yes, you can hear light, misty rain, which is making everything a little bit misty anyway. It looks a bit like there's a fog in the air, so it's not the same. Hi, Francis. Thank you, everybody. Hi, Moke. Nice to see you. So I'd have to ask you to come back with me in 3 weeks as well, because look at all of this just grey winteriness. That is all going to become cherry blossoms, guys. And I'm very excited to be able to bring you here in both the daytime and the nighttime to see the cherry blossoms. I'm very, very excited for that. Now, you'll have to be kind to me today because it is cold for starters. It's 10 degrees and it was 18 yesterday. So I'm a little chilly in the hands, but not too much so. And also I'm holding an umbrella, which is a little bit of a pain, but I'm doing my best. So I'll try and get you the zooms on some of these lovely, lovely pictures just here. And I'll try and get you some pictures that are different to what you usually get. Now, this is actually the Plum Blossom Special. We have never been to see the plum blossoms together at Hikone Castle. Never, ever. But we've heard the fabled plum grove that is nearby, that is up in the castle grounds. So we're going up to see that today. So that's the big point of today's one. Thank you all so much for coming. Hi, Kong Tam. Hi, Karen. Hi, Audra. My name is MissKendalJames, and you can find me on all kinds of social media. So Instagram, I've got my Heygo channel and YouTube, lots of other things as MissKendalJames. So please go ahead and do that. Now, it's very early for me, 9 o'clock, but I had to wake up at 7 something and I got back from the fire festival after midnight. So I'm very tired today, but I did get more sleep than I'd usually get, I guess. These trees here are called Irohamatsu. These trees are called Irohamatsu because originally there were 47 pine trees in this area. Iroha is the word for the old Japanese alphabet, in which there are 47 characters, and Matsu means pine tree. They were transplanted from Kochi, Shikoku. They are a special type of tree called tosamatsu with roots that do not protrude above the ground and therefore do not prevent men or horses from traveling along the road. So I think this is very, very wonderful. Do you see that? The roots come up just a little bit. So it means that carriages and other things with maybe wheels and horses and things wouldn't trip up with those trees going around. Thank you. Michelle says, we appreciate it here in the US. It's just the evening, not the middle of the night. I appreciate that. Yeah, unfortunately. Hi, Kate. Nice to see you. Hi, Carlos and Kators. Hi, Mindy. Thank you so much for your reviews, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate them. I get that you appreciate that the tour is a little bit earlier, but yeah, of course, things in Japan only kind of open from maybe 8 or 9, and I've got to travel to get to them too. But also, there are people all over the world that would like to watch these tours, so it's really hard to think about everybody in every country, especially as my family are in the UK. And to be honest, for example, my mum, and let's say my Heygo mummy, Ginny here, they are night owls by choice or by accident. They're often night owls, so I'm always so glad if I can have them on my tours and not have them stay up too late. But I do try to think about it. Fascinating trees, yeah, and you can hear the light bit of rain too. Hi, Mary Lou. Yeah, just gone midnight in the UK. Unfortunately, for most people in America, I think the clocks have already changed, but for people in the UK, the clocks don't change for 2 more weeks. So I've got a few tours that start super early for me. I've got another on my Thursday, which will be your Wednesday. And those will... Sorry, I wear this horrible mask. Ugh. Those will... that will be just before midnight for people in the UK. And that means I've got to get up really, really early for me, because especially as I'm a night owl. But I do hope you can make it, and that will be a really special tour of Ishiyama Temple, and you get to learn about the oldest novel, the oldest known novel that was ever written. But today we're here to see Hikone Castle. So I've got my gimbal in my left hand, my brolly, my umbrella in my right hand, these wonderful trees just all around me. I'm afraid I'm not going to be very easily able to do you a portrait shot today. A night owl is the way to live. But in the background, that's going to be flooded with pink when the cherry blossoms come in. Plum blossoms are late bloomers. No, you're not going to see the inside on this tour. In fact, the castle grounds are so large that if I did the entirety of this external moat, the internal moat, the castle grounds, the walls, and the inside of the castle, it would probably take me a 4-hour tour. However, I have listed a 2-hour complete tour of the garden and the castle walls and things that you can check out. That's on a separate listing. This is my classic listing for this tour, and as many people who come on this tour will tell you, I often take you different routes, teach you different things, and always get you different postcards. So yeah, today, this rainy, wet day, the focus is absolutely not on the inside of the castle. Sorry. And of 10 times of doing this tour, only 2 of those times have we gone inside the castle. Although people have liked it, it is incredibly dangerous for me to walk around inside there. And there's nothing inside it. So you can actually see the inside of the castle on 2 of my YouTube videos, if you so choose. And today we're focusing on the plum grove. So I'm going to take you around the back of the castle first, which I've already done one other time on this tour. So I hope that you enjoy that. Thank you, Elizabeth. She says, no worries, always fun with you. Thank you, Caroline, so much for the tip. This is Ninomaru, Sawaguchi Tamon, Yagura turret. So there are all kinds of turrets, walls, and other things around the castle, and lots of them are important national cultural points, heritage points. And they're just gorgeous, actually. So I'm going to stop and get you some views here and there. I see that the mist on the camera has cleared up. I think it was inside of the lens, to be honest. I think it's because the phone was in my pocket, which was warm, and the outside was cold. This Sawaguchi entrance was located in one of the 4 entrances in the middle of the moat along the front road of the Irohamatsu pine trees, which led right up to the castle. Previously, there was the Koraemon Gate under the Sawaguchi entrance and another right-angled Yagurumon Gate built inside the Koraemon with a passage under the turret. This square grid formation was poised to be solid, known as Matsugata, and was the strongest form of defense designed for the castle gate against enemy invasions. Hi, Hannah. I see your lovely little sponsor badge. Thank you so much. Hi. Okay, what are we thanking who for? Let me have a look. Thanks, Connor. Oh, I'm doing a brolly balance here. Hello, everyone that's just coming in. Thank you so much. So the castle that we're going to, the whole construction was finished in 1622. Don't know what I was going to say 14. 1622. You got a little look at it back in the beginning, but it actually took 20 years to be completed. And there's lots of great information around. And when you see the information, it's actually available in Japanese, English, I think Chinese was there, and also Korean. And that's because of the whole of the Shiga area that we're in right now. This is one of the most important places that you can come to. Important and the most popular for tourism. Now, normally, some of you eagle-eyed souls might notice that we go over that way and we go around the classic front entrance of Hikone Castle, but we're walking around the back today, which means we're going to follow the inside moat, the internal moat. I can't really see around the corner. I'm going to do my best. And please imagine, if you will, and please come back on this tour, because all of these will be beautiful cherry blossom trees. Well, they are, but they will come into bloom within about 3 weeks or so. But right now it is plum blossom season, and it's coming to the end of plum blossom season, which is one reason that no matter how tired I was after the fire festival yesterday and other things, that's why I didn't cancel this tour this morning. And whenever I do cancel a tour, I usually reschedule it, and I usually leave a note of the reschedule in the cancellation, and I'll talk to you a little bit about what I did yesterday, just in case some of you are disappointed with something that happened, especially Mary Lou, but I'll talk to you about that. Oh, thank you very much, Ken, for posting the tour. Now, this is not plum blossoms. This is an early blooming cherry blossom that came out a little while back, and we were able to see some of it. Some types of cherry blossoms bloom so early. And one of the reasons I thought that this tour would be nice today, even though I'm tired and even though it's raining, is because of the rain, because usually the blossoms just look so sweet with little droplets of water on them. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Jane. Thank you so much, Connor. So today in Japan, get a little shot of the brolly in there. Today in Japan is actually the first day that we technically don't have to wear our masks outside. But when I left my house this morning, well, I don't have to wear them outside or inside, I hear. So, allegedly. But when I went outside, nearly everybody I saw still had their masks on. And when I go to work, I still have to wear a mask everywhere at work until the 8th of May. So I still have it on, but I've lowered it right now because it's just hassle with the rain and talking and the umbrella. It just takes my breath. Here's a monument to the life of a cherry blossom. This monument, dedicated in 1964, which is show up 39, I'll talk more about that in a moment, commemorates novelist Seiichi Funabashi's Life of a Cherry Blossom, the story of Tairo Naosuke Ii, who dramatically opened Japan to the world. Try and get that car out of the way. I'll get you a better shot in a moment. Who dramatically opened Japan to the world at the end of the Edo period. In an agitated Japan on the brink of revolution, this novel was popular throughout Japan and spawned a movie, a play, and especially a public television series, the latter being largely responsible for a nationwide Naosuke-ii boom, and in an evanescent interest in Hikone. The stone cube in the center represents the Tairo Naosuke-ii, and the lower stones on both sides, his close advisors, Shuzen Nagano and Takajo Murayama. The glittering sand stands for a flurry of fallen cherry blossom petals, and tells us about the life of Tyro's life of a cherry blossom. Brilliant but fleeting. They do look better with raindrops, don't they? And I'm sure this looks more glittering in a different light. Now, bear with me. I'm balancing the umbrella so I can check your messages. Hello, lovely Erica. You must be about a week away from coming to Japan, lovely. So Dawn says she's sorry she couldn't make my Fire Festival tour yesterday. I understand that, lovely. So a few of you might be disappointed because you didn't come to the Fire Festival. Some of you might not have been able to because you were sleeping, and some of you might have woken up in the middle of the night and seen a cancellation email. Now, I had to make a really tough call because the last time I went to a Fire Festival in Japan, it said it was starting at 8, for example, like this one, but it actually didn't. The fire wasn't lit until 8:45. So I set my tour at my 8:30, which also made sure that I didn't cross over with Tom's tour, which was at 8, and I didn't cross over with the next tour, which was another half hour after mine was planned. But at exactly 8 o'clock, it was very clear that 5 main floats were being lit on fire. And I had to make a seriously tough call. I had 126 bookings, and 126 bookings usually means I'm going to make some kind of income. And on tours on Heygo, it's pretty, for someone like me, not being a guide in Europe, it's pretty hard to make a living on here. So seeing that many people are going to come to my tour, it's quite exciting. But I thought there's no point me doing this tour at my 8:30 if there was going to be no fire. And I was really worried because I was told by locals that just 5 of the floats were going to be lit. Excuse me while I find a focus on this one. So I cancelled the tour after making a new version of the tour, but all that most people saw, I still got half of the viewers. All that most people saw was a cancellation email, and a lot of people don't click and open that. But if you'd clicked and opened it, you would have seen that it said, go now, made a new version of the tour, sorry. So I started the new tour with my bare hands. I did not have a mic plugged in. I did not have a gimbal. It was interesting. Then I dropped the gimbal that I was trying to get out and set up because I didn't want anybody to miss anything. It turned out to be an incredible tour, and more things kept burning, which meant I went on way past the planned time. Well, I did the tour for as long as I was intended. But it went over the time that I planned to start. But a lot of people were meant to be waking up in the middle of the night because I can't control what time an event is happening in Japan. And sadly, that meant so many of you missed it. So I apologize greatly, but it was the toughest call to me. And like I say, directly affects my income to do something like that. Lisa says she has to be picky with the pictures for Instagram because she's got so many great ones. Yeah, there were so many great ones. This is the canal boat stop-off, which is going to be so popular at the very end of this month. The cherry blossoms are coming in early today. Ohayou gozaimasu. Cherry blossoms are coming in early this year, so they're blank right now. This is the garden I'm going to take you to after, if you'd like to come to my second tour. There's nobody else around because it's just a miserable day. So I'm walking you to the back part of the castle. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this time so far. And I'm doing that because the plum grove is closest to the back side of the castle. I realise I've also walked all the way around the back, but I do like to give people who like to return to my tours multiple times, I do like to give you guys something different. Thank you, Mary Lou. Thanks, Stephanie. I don't know what 6:30 a.m. would have been in accordance to Japanese time, but the tour would have still been running. Only if anyone had still gone to the Heygo website, you would have seen the tour was running exactly as planned, but not at the same time. Which was very lucky that so many did actually check, because I ended up having the wonderful Paul Cole attending my... Oh, this is very hard. It's very windy. The wonderful Paul Cole attended my tour, and he's written a fantastic review, a blog post with pictures taken from my tour about the Fire Festival. And for you guys that didn't make it, I will be making an edited video and also uploading the uncut videos, so you'll be able to see them on my YouTube channel too. And it's thanks to my sponsors that I find the time and energy to do such a thing. Now, excuse me, just have to change my hands and check the chat. I don't want to have missed anything. So we're coming up to the back side of the castle now. So a little bit different to usual. And straight to the Plum Grove. Plum Grove. Hi, Robinson. Nice to see you. Ken, I'm glad you were captivated. Hello, Traveling Passion. Nice to see you. That's all right, Mary Lou. Yeah, it was the toughest call for me. And my friend Kaylee was with me, and she saw the struggle on my face, like, what do I do? What do I do for this moment? It was pretty difficult. Okay, the rain is picking up. Feeling a little bit silly being the only person out here. We're going to go around the back side of the castle. So some of you will not have done this before, so I hope you're looking forward to it. But you will, of course, seen this side of the castle just from the other angle. Now, it's getting really cold and windy, and the umbrella is no fun. Just have to raise my mask and get my ticket, so bear with me a second. But I'm struggling to hold the umbrella, so I'm hoping that as I get further up, the shelter is going to make it easier to control this umbrella, because the internal moat is causing me a massive problem right now. Ooh. I really, really don't want to lose my umbrella. Oh, thank you, Mary Lou. We might get a Mary Poppins shot for sure. Okay, I got my ticket in advance. You know what? I think this sign is saying I'm not meant to come this way. But, one second. It's either saying wait or go the other way. You know what? I'm going to be honest and give them my ticket on the other side. Yes, that's me. It's a very cute sign, isn't it? Let me see if I can read it, see how much trouble I'm in. One moment. I can read part of it, but I'm going to stick a translate over it. Excuse me. Sniff sniffles. Cleaning work in process. I'm near you. Please contact us. No, I've got a ticket in my pocket, which is rare. People wouldn't usually have tickets in their pocket. They would usually purchase it here, but I got mine in advance. The tickets are, by the way, 800 yen, which gets you into the castle and the garden. So if anyone wants to tip to contribute, 800 yen. And my train fare here is 600 yen. So that's about $7 and $5 or so retrospectively. Retrospectively? Is that the word? Respectively. Excuse me. Japanese is good at cute, yeah. Hello. Hi Ray as well. Hi ... So here we are. We're coming around the back. And this is the castle grounds. Usually we come round from the front. I'm pleased to say the wind is not so strong in this area, thank goodness. So normally we came in over here, and I said, we go that way. But this time we went, because the plum grove is just here. Plum orchard. So we should get to see some lovely plum flowers just before they go out of season. And today's weather is probably going to knock quite a lot of them off the tree. But let me read this to you, okay? You can also get a shot of it so you can keep it for your own records. Hikone-jo, and Jo, by the way, means castle. So Hikone-jo, Hikone Castle. This castle originally stood on Sawayama Mountain, about 2 kilometers to the northeast. Ishida Mitsunari, the lord of the castle, was defeated at the Battle of Sekigahara and fortified the castle in 1600. Ii Naomasa, a victor at that battle and one of the 4 most distinguished generals of the Tokugawa allied forces, was awarded the castle. Naomasa left Takasaki Castle in Kozuki, the present Gunma prefecture, and he moved into Sawayama-jo the following year. Later that year, he attempted to move the castle to Isoyama, about 3 kilometers north of here. However, he died in 1602 without realizing his dream. His son, Naotsugu, changed his father's plan and with the permission of Tokugawa Ieyasu, began to construct the castle on this spot. Even though Naotsugu received the cooperation of the Tokugawa shogunate and his fellow lords, the project took over 20 years to complete. The main tower has been designated as a national treasure. The secondary towers and the stable have been designated as national important cultural assets. The grounds have been designated a special place of historical interest. The beauty of Hikone-jo in the moonlight is well known as one of the 8 scenic beauties of Lake Biwa. The area is about 0.25 square kilometers, not square meters. The circumference is 4 kilometers, the elevation is 50 meters, and the style is Hirayama Jiro, the plateau style. Thank you so much, Patty, for your tip. And hi, Anna. Hi, Linda, Joe, Patty, and Maria. Thank you so much. So, not very good weather there on the ground, but we've got lovely trees up here. In the autumn time, these looked so fantastic. And you can see an incredible tour that I've put uncut on YouTube of this in the autumn time. It's quite fantastic. Really, really, actually, with the most bright maple leaves. Yeah, almost to ourselves. Barely a soul. But a few. Sumimasen. チケットを持ちました。はい。はい。ありがとう。はい。ありがとう。ちょっと待って。ありがとうございます。よかった。ありがとうございます。気をつけてくださいね。はい。はい。はい。Thank you so much for sharing my YouTube channel. There's a really cute video of the daytime of yesterday. So, the daytime of yesterday's Fire Festival commotion. So do check that out. It wasn't actually. I said mochimashita. Oh wait, that means I got a ticket. I was meant to say motteimasu, which means I have a ticket. So this is a rare sight for some of you that had normally come on this tour, because normally I'm walking down and away from this and I tend not to flip the camera around 360 degrees, well, 180 rather. So hopefully this is a nice new postcard for some of you. Thank you so much, Dawn. The steps are so wide. The gentleman told me to be careful because it's slippery. And I guess for you guys' sake, I should probably be not too speedy about it, because I'm sure you don't really want a super panting guide at the top of the hill. Sometimes, yeah. So Michelle said, are locals surprised when I speak fluently in Japanese to them? Well, the truth is, although I do have fluency, my fluency is limited to basic Japanese. But it's hard. It's hard to do basic Japanese. But they're surprised and delighted. But sometimes because of the way I speak and pronounce and the words I use for Japanese, sometimes they think I'm a lot more fluent than I am. So I have to remind them, Nihongo benkyou chū desu, which means I'm learning. Sorry, you have to listen to my breathlessness. Hi, Stephanie. Okay, Brunoa, thank you. Brunoa says thank you for the tour. I have to leave early for the work, but it's been great. Look out for postcards and things later, and you'll be able to catch this probably uncut on YouTube. Because why not have loads of videos of the same lovely place? Thank you. Is the weather getting warmer in Osaka? Yeah. Today is cold, Erica. Sorry, I said it in the Japanese way. Erica, or Erika. Today is cold, well, cold-ish, 2 weeks ago, it was super cold around here, but it's only 10 degrees or so today. But we've been used to a lovely 16 and 17 in the last week. Thank you so much, everybody, for sharing links. And also, I'm an artist, so if you want to check out the things that I create, you can go on linktr.ee/MissKendalJames, because I'm on Etsy too. Lovely moss. Thank you. Ohayou gozaimasu. Brunella says the ESL student was a no-show, so back on the tour. Welcome back. Hi, Yvonne. So actually, I've never seen the Plum Grove. I'm quite excited. It's coming up to the end of the season, but as we're in Shiga, the north part of Japan, it's a little cooler. Well, not the north part of Japan, sorry, it's the southwest, but we're in the north part of Shiga, which is further away from Kyoto. It takes about 50 minutes, 50, to get to this area, which means that it's a little bit colder here. So if there are blossoms and things in Kyoto, for example, they're usually likely to last just a little bit longer up here, which is great for us. Aren't the stones incredible? Notice that there's no mortar in between the stones. It's just stacked. Hello, S. Hi, Jane. Yeah, the moss looks so good. And sometimes, for example, castle rooftops and things aren't going to look so good in the cloudy weather and the rain. But the moss and the rocks, they're just brightened by the rain, aren't they? Ohayou gozaimasu. So I think it's quite fun coming up on the back way of this castle. So we also get, you can see on the map where I'm walking, ... And I showed maps earlier. But we also get views of Lake Biwa from the top, the largest lake in Japan, which is 670 square kilometers. It's quite fantastic. But it is a cloudy, misty day, so it probably blend in with the background quite a lot. So we've got some of the castle walls here. And we're going to come up to my favorite view of the castle before we come up to the main view of the castle. And so many of you will know which one is my favorite. And we're at the top again, so it's a little bit windy from my umbrella. I'm going to do my best. My hands, my fingies are cold. Hi, Paul. Read the tour description. We're in Hikone, Shiga. So it's looking so wintry up here. These are cherry blossoms. The plum, they're not grown yet. They still have 2 to 3 more weeks. And the plum grove is in the other direction. I checked it on the map, so it definitely exists here. If I donate, how do I know you will buy that chocolate? I'll post a picture on my... by that chocolate, do you mean any chocolate? I'll post a picture on my Instagram or on my Heygo channel. Now, this is my favorite view of the castle, so please lap this up. And this castle is actually small by Japanese castle standards, but it's got all the castles in Japan have this really iconic view where the Tenshu, the main the keep, the castle towers at the top go in these triangular formations. I'd love to use my hands to illustrate that, but I've got to hold this umbrella at the same time here. But I love this view. The tree, the pine tree has just been, I'm pretty sure it's been pruned to be able to allow photographers to score such a perfect shot of it. But it's amazingly so. You must have a collection throughout the seasons, and it really does just look spectacular. So it's actually, there's a link for Buy Me a Coffee. Buy me a coffee on my linktr.ee/MissKendalJames, link to all of my stuff. But it says, I changed it to buy me a book or buy me a chocolate bar, which is the truth. That's where I want to put my money. My money goes into chocolate. Now over here we can have a look. We can have a look around Hikone, but you see in the background there is a faint line. So I'm just resting my umbrella on one of my arms. There is such a faint line of Lake Biwa, just ghostly, blending in with the sky and also the houses. Emergency chocolate always needed. That is true. Now, Lake Biwa is just gorgeous and wonderful. And in the UK, so if you haven't heard that in my accent yet, I'm British. I'm British and I'm from Bristol in the UK. That is in the southwest. So you'll find me being a southwesterner wherever I go. Shiga is also in the southwest. But for 12 years, I lived in Portsmouth. For 12 years, I lived in Portsmouth in the very, very south of the UK. Portsmouth is right next to the sea. So I've got an affinity with the sea because I grew up as an adult. I moved to Portsmouth when I was 18 years old. Oh, I'm a little bit worried what's going to happen to my brolly. So, come back, pick it up, So, he got his Mary Poppins moment. What was I saying? I moved to Portsmouth when I was 18. So my growing up period happened when I was in Portsmouth for 12 years. Excuse me with the silly camera angles. I'm trying to protect the umbrella myself. So I love the sea and I love the smell of the sea. Now sometimes Lake Biwa sounds and looks like the sea, or worse, but it doesn't smell like the sea, so I'm utterly tricked whenever I go to it. Oh, excuse me, just going to change my hands around. Oopsie, oopsie, oopsie. Oops. What a battle. I think many guides would have cancelled the tour for today's weather. But I'm going to do it, guys. I'm staying. Now, this is, the plum grove is on the other side. But here we have some beautiful pink ume blossoms, so plum blossoms. We've got some... Now, this is really interesting, actually. This is really interesting, I think, because in Kyoto, these are already in full bloom and they're dropping to the ground. But here in Shiga and on the top of this mountain that we're on, well, it's a 50-meter high mountain. 100 meter is what I've heard. Maybe about 100 foot. No, 100 meter. They're dropping to the ground in Kyoto, basically, which is only 50 minutes away on the train, and 25 minutes from where I live in Moriyama. But here, we've got full bloom of some of them, and others haven't even started yet, and there's no sign of any on the ground. Yep, 2 different colors on the same one, okay? So we've got white ones and pink ones on the same tree, which is just lovely. Usually more when they're babies, they are pink. But for ume, they come in pink and yellow and cream and white. Thanks, Mary Lou. Hi, Linda. Hi, Lauren. These are plum blossoms, yeah. Excuse me if the shots are a little bit dodgy sometimes. I'm just managing the umbrella and myself. So bear with me, I'll get you some shots and I'll get you more with the castle in it, so don't worry. Just a little bit of patience, please. 1 second. I really wish you could self-focus like you do on your camera, but on Heygo there's no focusing option. You just have to rely. The tree is very well grafted, yes. Excuse me, I think I can get a focus on it. I just need to come at it from a different angle. Oh, there we go. Oh, just This umbrella, where can I keep it? Where can I keep it? My goodness, some of them are so cute. In Japanese, it's very sweet. Everyone says kawaii, kawaii, which means cute, but it also means pretty or beautiful. There are some different words you can use for beautiful. So if you've got notepad and paper, I'm going to teach you a couple of Japanese words at the same time. But Japanese people often say kawaii because the flowers are just, well, they're pretty, but also just cute. Especially these ones in Japan, aren't they adorable? Especially, you know, pink and white together. Oh, I don't have a coat on, Debbie, because it was much warmer in Moriyama. So that's why my hands are a little bit red. They're a little bit red from the cold here. I've got a cardigan on and a thick shirt for work. But yesterday it was almost double the temperature. Thank you so much, Doreen. That's very kind of you to leave me a tip. But don't the pinks of the little buds look so sweet too? I'm guessing that if I did this tour again in a week, it would probably be really full. There's a white blossom one near me as well. And of course, this is only like, of 10 times, this is one of the first times that there's ever been a grey sky. So a little bit disappointed with that. But I was getting way too lucky to have the amount of blue skies I was having for this tour. It was picturesque like nothing else. Hi, Gianna. Hi, Francis. Nice to see you guys. Oh, birds as well. Can you catch the birds? Pigeons, nothing exciting. That's true, actually. Yeah, thank you, Lisa. Lisa says the grey is a nice contrast from the other tour. It's amazing what a week can do, yeah. And unfortunately, that's one of the really sad things about cherry blossoms. Excuse me, well, I think I can focus on this one. I got an idea. Up high. Let me see what I can do. No, it's going for those in the background, but nice shot, actually, I think. Nice shot. Oh, thank you. Saying it's still picturesque and you still love it. So that's wonderful. I'm very glad that you do. So cherry blossoms are so fleeting. Actually, these are plum blossoms. But one of the most heartbreaking things is 2 years ago when cherry blossom season came in, unfortunately, all of the cherry blossoms just lasted 5 days in each area. So we always hope they'll last 1 week to 2 weeks, but they just lasted 5 feeble days. It was such a shame. And that's just because of the wind and rain just came down so much the moment those guys had bloomed, which just sucks. It sucks. So I like to call this a Frankenstein castle. I haven't really got into the details of that. So what I'm going to do is take you over to read a little bit of this sign over here. I don't have my notes with me today, so if you've heard me talking in between the signs, that is just my own information from loving the Japanese castles and and enjoying giving tours. 1 second, coming over here. Excuse me. Hi, Francis. I think so. Elizabeth says, are you okay? Okay, the Tenshu, the main castle tower. The 3-story main castle tower. Although comparatively small in scale, the structure demonstrates the superior design required of a castle during periods of war. With its artistic arrangement of different roof styles. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm going to finish telling you in my head. I'm telling you from my head. That was not okay. Well, I think I'm going to call that credits on myself because I think there's quite a few other guides that would have done swear words and been quite pissed off and angry at the weather just then. So there you go. I did nothing but giggle. Hello, everybody. Welcome if you've just come in. Trying not to fly, yeah. Hi, Virtual Kimberly and Dan. Nice to see you guys. Yeah, didn't that sound like I was about to take off, which is pretty cool in its own way. We can give one finger up to the weather. It looks like these are sticking one. Yeah, the whole lot's going on YouTube because the editing takes too long and you'll either get my videos or you won't. So, yeah. every part, YouTube. I don't have time to search through 1 hour long tours editing bits out. This is Hikone, and don't worry, I'm not going to forget to give you the information that I have from back there. Don't you worry. This is lovely Hikone. He is the mascot of this area, and about 12 years ago, he was designated as Japan's best, most loved mascot, and that is in a voting petition that happens every year in Japan to vote for the best mascot of the year. So he is just the cutest little samurai kitty cat, and he's wearing a helmet that is based on the family. So Naosuke is the one that created this lovely castle, and Ieyasu is the one that created Kyoto's main castle, which is Nijo Castle. Look at that. Plum blossoms, Hikone, and the castle. How cute is that? 3, 2, 1. Hello, nice to see you. Hi, Chantel. Hi, Skylar. I'm battling all kinds of tricky weather today. So I call this a Frankenstein castle. 3, 2, 1. And the reason is that all of the elements of the castle, for this one, it's the castle keep, but there's there's a wall and other things as we go around, which are from other castles. But yeah, basically a Frankenstein one because they're taken from other castles, which is common and uncommon. But basically after the Battle of Sekigahara, which happened in the north part of Shiga, actually so many parts of that castle, the castle in that area, were taken to use in other castles, which saved time and money and is just resourceful. So if you've got quality materials that you could use for castles, then great. But the castle keep of this particular castle was taken from Otsu, which is Shiga's capital city. It is in the south part, closest to Kyoto. It only takes 10 minutes by train. But look at these, aren't they gorgeous? Now, we're not at the Plum Grove yet, actually. On the map, I thought the Plum Grove was that bit back there, but that was for other blossoms and things. So we'll still get to go to the Plum Grove, which is the main feature of today's tour. So I hope you find it to be a nice version of my classic Hikone Castle tour, mixed with, oh look, little Hikone peeking through, Hikone peeking through, mixed with blossoms as well, and mixed with dramatic weather, because why not? Hello, Jasmine. Are you enjoying this? Isn't that gorgeous? Look at that view. Doesn't even matter that the sky is grey, does it? That's pretty, I think. So if you can catch the bird, postcard clicking moment. Catch the pigeon, catch the pigeon. Is that showing my age suddenly? Thank you so much, Ken. Ken says he loves my framing. Me too. It's one of my favourite things. And it's one thing I hope that people really get when they come on my tours, because I'm an artist. So it's in my nature to try and pick these kinds of shots. 1 second. Let me get in. I'm going to go for... Wacky races, yeah. Well, let me see. What's it going to focus on? I really want this guy. There we go. Oh. No. Yes. If I get top postcards tomorrow, it's because you guys are trying to grab these little pictures of blossoms. I'm trying to get get it quick. No, out of focus. Okay, I think I've got to wait. You guys, there's a sweet spot right before it focuses on the castle. We're coming in. We're going to do it. Okay, here. No. Oh, there you go. You got them. Okay, I hope so. I think there's many beautiful pictures to be gathered on this particular spot. So lovely. Let me see if I can... Okay. And I'm going to get you a little shot from other angles as well. So yeah, Tenshu taken from Otsu Castle. Other parts taken from Nagoya Castle. Not Nagoya, sorry. Nagahama Castle. We'll go see that in a bit. Take you up for this lovely view. And there's another pretty view of the castle from over this side. But all of these over here are cherry blossoms, so it's going to be packed in about 3 weeks or so. But we'll go and admire the plum blossoms. There are a few people around, actually, and I think that's because they've come to see the plum grove. The plum grove better have something to show. Nothing like destroying my work shoes on this day where I decide to do a tour in my work shoes before I go to work. It's one of my longest days. So I left the house at just after 8 a.m. to get to this area. And after, I've got another tour of the garden. And then after that, I've got a final duty of the day, which is going to work for 8 hours. So I won't get home, and I'll be out today for 14 and a half hours. Thanks, Virtual Kimberly, for giving me a follow. Now, if you might wonder why castles in Japan look like this, if you've been on other tours around Japan, you know that all of the castles have this style. It's pretty classic. So what you'll have to do is check out my upcoming Azuchi Castle tour. If you go on my Azuchi Castle tour, you will learn all about the reason that the castles look like that. Eek! No! I really want to get you guys the view over there. Eek! Oh, Jasmine says, so glad I discovered this app. Yes, yes, yes. Us guides are so glad when you go on the My Trip section of the app and you leave us a review. So if you get the chance to leave us a review, please do that. Right, I'm officially zooming in and out with my nose now because that's just a bit much. Right, the garden is down over that way, but I'm going to take off if I'm not careful. The garden is down over there, but I can't get you a close-up on that. And in the background, we can see the lovely, lovely Lake Biwa. Thank you so much, Elizabeth. Lisa says, Heygo is the best. Thank you very much. Kate, who says, that's one talented nose. My grandparents always said that I'm so nosy when I was little, because basically I can hear chocolate being opened from miles away. And I will get myself to the location of the chocolate being opened. I'm like, that's so nosy. Just wait until it's your turn to eat the chocolate. Hi, Diane. Hi, Mark. Nice to see you. So we have to wear masks in Japan, although allegedly today is the first day of not having to wear a mask outside and inside. But normally when I'm trying to take pictures outside and it's really cold or I'm wearing my mask, I will use my nose to focus. Now over here we have a very cute little machine, but I'm afraid I can't, well, I can open it and give it a go actually. Does anyone want to donate a tip to the cause of, it's actually a minimum tip, it's 200 yen, but I can let this little girl do her thing if you like. Would you like that? Oh my goodness, there's also, a really good Hikone stamp. That's a shame. I don't have my sketchbook today. I know for the next time. You'll tip for her. Thank you, Michelle. You know what? I'm going to put this umbrella down for just a second. What do you want to look at? Do you want to look at me? Thank you, Ken, for tipping for the girl. Tipping for the girls. Think, oh, look at that. Kendall in the castle. That's all right, isn't it? It looks like it's planned. It looks like the modern version of my favourite shot. Thank you, Michelle. Lovely. Yeah, sometimes there are extra things around my tour, which I didn't bank for money-wise, but I figure that some of you guys might actually enjoy. So occasionally, I'll invite you to tip specifically for the thing. It worked yesterday very nicely. Everyone paid for a go on the cable car. So thank you very much for that. I just noticed a big problem with my brolly. Excuse me. Thanks, Hadrian. And Hadrian's been so lovely, tipping on basically any of the tours that they come on. So thank you so much, Hadrian. I appreciate that. And Ken as well. Michelle often too. So thank you, lovelies. Right, bear with me. Oh, my hands are very cold. Let me pat my hair down and get my wallet out. Oh, that's not even where it is. It's not where it is. And then we'll make this little girl do her thing. So she's a fortune teller, giver. Oh, my hands are so cold. Okay. I didn't have the money, but there's a vending machine. So I'm going to use the vending machine. So thank you for tipping extra because it's actually going to cost a drink too. But I can warm my hands I can warm my hands with that. And now we've acquired the fabled English guide. I think hopefully you'll find yourself satisfied with my present care anyway. And I really want to show you this lovely stamp, so bear with me. Here is the lovely stamp. It's attached to a thingy. Can you see this? It's got Hikone Castle on the back. So all around Japan, you can get yourself train station stamps and things. This is actually quite rare. You don't normally get a castle stamp. I realise I say castle like a right Bristolian. Thanks, Beverly. And this one is blue, which is pretty cool. And there's another stamp in the background. Oh, this is cool. I guess this must be EA Naosuke's signature. But this way, perhaps. Yeah, it's really cool. So normally I have my sketchbook and I collect them. But I'll be back here for cherry blossoms with everybody. And I'll be back here for plenty other tours. But cherry blossom is the season to be in this particular area. So I will be back. Now, let's get a drink over here. No! I need to use the girl thingy. No! Where else can I put my money to get more money? 1 second. No! Don't you worry, guys. I won't waste your tips. No, there's always vending machines. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to go down and then come back. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I'll find a vending machine and I'll come back to that girl. It'll be the bonus part of the tour, if you'll allow. If that's okay. Sorry. I knew I had change, but I didn't know I had just 100. And you know what I've done? I've just left my umbrella. So you know what? I have to come back to that point. That's all right, lovely. You can go to sleep. Okay, I've just left my umbrella, so, well, this all feels very silly now. You're just about to say that. Right, I've got 500 yen here, and I've got cherry blossom nails. So I've got 500 yen here. We're going to hope it doesn't rain in the next 10 minutes. I'm certain there is a cherry tree over this way. Let's hope this doesn't turn into a wet fest. Thank you very much, Erica. That means there's been 125 in total, but there's about 90 watching right now. So thank you very much, lovelies. This is the timekeeping bell. Good night, lovely Ginny. This is the timekeeping bell that rings at 9, 12, 3, and 6. 9, 12, 3, 6. A little bit like that, but not intentionally like that. I sense the rain coming. This is the stupidest move I've ever made on a Heygo tour, because I'm actually going quite far. Well, I have to go back to my umbrella. Silliest. Look at this lovely timekeeping bell. Is one of the important sounds of Japan, actually. There are 100 designated sites for sound in Japan. Who rings the bell? A special regular person, I suppose. Green tea and cake is a nice idea. Now people are seeing me walking without an umbrella and I feel even more silly. There's a proverb in Japan that basically says, if you don't have your umbrella, you're an idiot. So that's me right now. Okay, let's pray for no shows, Brianna. Look at that, the mountain's looking spectacular in the distance. I'm really hoping I'm not proved to be an idiot in a moment. Excuse me, picking up my pace. At least you guys are going to get postcard views from both directions. And the little girl, she better give me a good fortune. Or else what? What's the point? Look at these walls, aren't they wonderful? So we don't normally go inside those walls on this tour because, as I've said, it takes a long, long time to complete all of the grounds. But I have, for the first time, released a new version of this tour, which will see you be able to get to go in as many of the castle walls as I can fit in. Yeah, the plum tree grove. it's this space. I don't really understand. So we saw 2 plum trees in front of the castle, but I'm going careful here. But I don't really understand, because we've seen that we walked past one of the orchards, well, not orchards, the orchards are fruit, right? Cherry is fruit. We walked past one of the areas for trees, but here there's another, and there's one more, but I checked the map, and it's definitely not these 2 points, so please bear with me. I've got a feeling it's sneakily behind the main bridge, so yeah, I'm still going to take you to another spot, which there is a plum grove. There absolutely is, unless there was some kind of rot or something that happened. We'll see. So don't worry. Still doing my best. Okay. Da-da-da. A hot one, please. I don't want that flavour. No, that's cold. Okay. I knew the vending machine was here. This one. So Japanese now. Okay, we got what we needed. No, I have to go back to the umbrella and the girl. We're doing this live. We're doing this live. But as I promised, the tours will be slightly different each time. It couldn't be more different than me running around using a vending machine the first time ever on this tour. Now, I told you that the castle is a Frankenstein castle. This is the gate, the Tenbin Yagura balance scale tower, an important cultural asset. It is said that this tower was moved from Otomon, the front gate of Nagahama Castle, originally built for Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and was called Tenbin Yagura because it looked like a balance scale, which is tenbin. The structure is thought to be the only example of its type in Japan. The stones to the right side of the tower are built up in the style of Gobozumi, but the left side has been reconstructed from the base and layered in the style of Otoshizumi. Hi, Jody. Hi, Christine. Yeah, nice bridge too, but slippery. Very slippery. Okay. There's one more thing that I think is the plum grove, but we have to go back for my umbrella and the girl. Thank you, guys. I hope you don't mind it overrunning a little bit. I appreciate your patience. And I hope you appreciate my legwork. And surprising genkiness. Genki can relate to energy and health. So thankfully, I'm a healthy human being and can clamber up all of these steps enough times. At least you get one more look at the lovely castle. Oh, my partner is always, this by the way will be the bell ringer, my partner is always very surprised at how shockingly strong my legs are. Sometimes he'll poke my legs when I'm standing up and wonder how they can be so rock-like. I'm gonna move the microphone away from my face so you don't have to listen to my gasping. Whew. There we go. And another little view of the castle up there. So this would be normally how we come up to this point, actually. So you've got double postcards for your money. Now let's go and get my fortune. Okay, I think I can put the microphone near my face without grossing you guys out too much now. Oh no. I hope okay. They're not umbrella hunters. I thought they were on the hunt for my umbrella. You're certainly going to be in good shape. So does me. So if anyone has just come in and you're thinking, she's just rushing past the castle. Well, I'm afraid you're late. We've already looked at the castle. Now, excuse me. Not much point in getting a lovely cup of tea if the lovely cup of tea doesn't get drunk. So this is pretty common in Japan. After this month, you won't be able to get warm drinks anymore. Just cold drinks. So for 6 months of the year, they change it. Umbrella. They change it to ice drinks for everybody. And then for hot drinks for everybody. And hot drink season is awesome. I love it. But I was gutted the first time I realized that hot drink season was over, because I purchased a bottle of tea, put it in my mouth, and it was really cold, which was not my favorite. But now it is one of my favorite things. So here we go. She's going to go and get us a fortune, okay? Michelle, what did you say why not for? Let me know. I could never design this tour. It's going to be forever unique. Well, I hope that's a compliment. Oh no. If they've not plugged it in, I'm going to be really annoyed. Oh, he's turning it on. すみません。ありがとうございます。よかった。ありがとうございます。はい、OK. Gosh. Oh, why not hot drinks? That was going to be sad, wasn't it? After all that effort, I was going to lose the chance to see this little cutie shake her booty. Oh, I don't drink coffee, I'm afraid. There you go, 2 coins. Thank you so much for your tips for this one. Well, I'd laugh back, Ken, because it's your money. ありがとうございます。So cute. Nothing like a little bit of fun. So thank you very much to those of you that got this one. I only needed 1 tip, but you gave me 3, so thanks. That's very kind of you. Okay. Right, comes in a little unnecessary amount of plastic because I'm in Japan. Ugh. This can't bode well. There we go. Did you hear that satisfying pop? Pop. I can use this for who knows what, carrying tiny beads around to shuffle at people. Okay, I'll get a close-up for you. It's in Korean, Chinese, Japanese, and English. Oh! It looks pretty funny. 1 second. And we're going to go to where I'm hoping is the Plum Grove after this. So follow me for a little bit longer. Just going to strain it out. Okay, it says, your splurge leads to a dead end. Daikyo. It's really bad luck, I think. Only regret left unless you fix that bad habit. Getting boring, repeating the same things. Do wisely if you flirt. Stay away from guys being really nice to you. There may be a catch. Stop your bar hopping. It's just too much. No matter how hard you pretend to have a good life, everyone knows the truth. Okay, well, I'm going to end the tour now because it's clearly the end of days. I don't even know what to say. This is the worst luck I've ever seen. Thank you very much, Jasmine, for your sympathetic tip towards the bar hopping. I need to stop. I allegedly need to stop bar hopping. Well, that's the worst insight into my life ever. But actually, it goes pretty well with my feeling about a lot of friends over the weekend. So sweet. Very entertaining, I think. Thanks, Robinson. Don't worry, guys. I'm not ending the tour here. Oh, the umbrella. The umbrella. Arigatou gozaimasu. He's turning it off again now. He thinks someone's going to use it today. Michelle wants her money back. So I say, すみません. Give us back our money. We don't want the super, super bad luck. Well, I think, to be fair, I think that might have been a fortune for Ryo. He's the bar hopper. Exactly. Thank you very much, Lisa of Optimism Land. She said, bad luck means it can only get better. Fair point. So bye-bye to the castle. 3 minutes left of this tour. 33 minutes until my next tour. You'd have never joined any of my tours if you knew I was a dreaded bar hopper. Well, I'm sorry, Elizabeth, but I've been caught red-handed by the tiny, cute little girl that was going to get me a fortune using you guys' money. 3 minutes to find the damn plum blossoms. The darn plum blossoms. Right. Thank you, Leon, for your tip. Sorry, I've got the sniffles, guys, in the background. I'll try not to be a sniffly mess. Now, for the timekeeping bell, I won't read this to you here, but when we go to Genkyu-en Garden, the castle garden, for my next tour, I'll read you the 100 selected soundscapes of Japan information. But basically, it's one of the preserved soundscapes. And in Japan, that can mean anything. That can mean the sound of a bell that's classically known for ringing in a town, or it can also mean the sounds of insects chirping and things like that. But it doesn't usually mean the sound of cars on motorways. Michelle says, "Don't cry." My bar hopping, boy flirting mess of a fortune. Hi, Roy. Hi, Cam. You're at the end of the tour, actually, but hopefully you're still going to get to see lovely Plum Grove. I'm being very nimble-footed here. Thank you, Michelle. They're not sniffles of sadness, don't worry. They're sniffles of surprisingly coldness. Hi, Christine. Dottie doesn't stand a chance now. ... No. ... has also been a little quiet. Ooh, here's a nice one for the texture fiends. If I might just marvel at the wall for a moment. Look at that. Ooh, good bit of texture. Umbrella. Ta-da! Don't worry. Debbie says, umbrella? Yes. Motteimasu yo. I have it. Yay! Debbie's clapping. Ooh, schools and things are arriving. Now the Plum Grove better be down there. I think it's down that, guys, I think it's through that secret wall. Gregory says, Ken wishes now that the cutie had just ran off with the money and not come back again for the sake of yet a joke and save me of a fortune. You know what I did? By taking that fortune, I've saved someone else from getting a bad fortune. And the thing about me is I can handle the bad fortune. Someone else might take it really seriously. So, phew, yokatta. I'm the one that got it. Konnichiwa. I've protected somebody. Okay, Plum, secret Plum Grove. You better be down over there. It's the official stop time of the tour, this moment. Yes. Yatta! I'm so sorry for stealing a bit extra of your time, but I hope you find yourselves entertained, and I hope you don't think it's entirely embarrassing that I should have gone the front entrance all along. Thanks for following me, Cam. So, Plum Grove over here, allegedly. It's the word of the day. Hi, Tess. This leads to nothing. If it's telling me this is just the backside of the castle, I'm not going to be very impressed. Well, we've never been here before. I think I haven't been to this bit for 3 years. How could you not be entertained? Fair point. Fair point. I feel my legs strengthening yet again. Oh, the plums are indeed here. Pink. Pink is here. I could have lived a boring life and missed all of this completely. Right? Right. Because I'm going down and not up. What? Do I need to give more money for this bit? This Plum Grove is looking pretty small. Thank you very much for hanging on with me. I think I can do another 10 or 15 so I can still get to my next tour. But they're so not ready in comparison. Well, they're here, but they're not as bright as ones in Kyoto, which are falling on the floor. Amazingly. Whoopsie. Nearly tripped. But wow, they're so ungrown. But there's loads of lovely ones over here. Ignore that traffic cone. Oh, how nice. I saw a picture online and I thought, no. So I have to come back for the Plum Grove. Maybe I do have to come back in a week. It's so windy. I'm going to get you close-ups, don't worry. Oh, it's quite the trek. That's not where I thought it was at all. But now I realize why I thought it was the other side of the castle, because we're now walking around the back side of the castle. So huge apologies, and thank you very much for coping with me. I'll get you some close-ups. They do look nice. Yeah, loads of them. But in Kyoto, I keep saying this, but they've all fallen to the ground. They're falling to the ground. But here, it looks like we can see them for another week or two, maybe longer, because they're not in full bloom yet. I'm going to take you up along them. Okay. This is the rice storehouses site. There were 17 storehouses for keeping 50,000 koku of rice. One koku is about 5 bushels from the Tokugawa government. The rice was shipped for storage from Lake Biwa through Matsubara Inland Lake to the Uzumimon, or gate, fronting the inner moat. There were gates and guardhouses which were guarded strictly in the north and south of this site. It is now the Plum Grove and one of the great spots at the peak of their blooming season in March. It is about 7,400 square meters large, and the pink and white kinds of about 400 plum trees were planted to commemorate Hikone Castle's selection as one of the 100 best sightseeing places in Japan from 1950. But we're going to have to come back to this lovely one because there's yet more to bloom. Look at them all. They're going to be so fluffy soon. Wow. You're like, this guide should have planned this. Why doesn't she know? Well, to be honest, flowers are a blooming nightmare. Pun fully intended. But last year I remember cancelling loads of blossom tours because they just weren't complying with the guidelines. And it's different all around Japan. Fluffy. And now rainy. Uh-oh. Excuse me. I'm undoing my umbrella with my teeth. 1 second. Excuse me. I don't know if I can get you blossom and blossom nails. No, I can't. We need that umbrella. In action. This is going to make taking pictures a little bit difficult. Oh, the rain. I'm going to do my best though. It is so lovely. Wow, so long. And these trees look really old. The oldest ones have these really kooky, well, it's only 75 years old. Yeah, the Kinky Trunks. That's our new band name, guys. The Kinky Trunks. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Whoops. The ground is very uneven. Oh, umbrella getting carried away. Oh. Oops. That's not focusing so well. Let me see what else I can do. There are raindrops on some of them. They look really gorgeous. There you go. Not sunny, so they're all looking down. Hi, Sarah B. Nice to see you. Now, I think my next tour is in 22 minutes. So we can look at some pink ones up close too. And we'll have to come back in a week. Maybe I can do in a week. Maybe I won't do the castle tour in a week. Maybe I will, because the castle is beautiful and it does have a big old tree in front of it. And this is why I thought it was the back of the castle. So sorry, guys. That's why I started where I did. Oh, there's a really stumpy one over here. Look at it. Just goes to show. Doesn't matter if you don't match everybody else. You should still keep trying. Look at this. So small. Who is resonating with this little tree? Oh, the clover looks so pretty is it clover? With raindrops on them. Look at this. Raindrops are sitting on my clover. Do, 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 do. 4'7", 4'9". You guys, I can't believe you're allowed to use computers. I'm kidding. Very St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. It's coming up, isn't it? All my friends have been drinking in the UK, so definitely St. Patrick's Day coming. Isn't it tomorrow? No, 17th, right? No bar hopping, as the fortune says. The Chicago River was dyed green today. I hope that was a natural thing, a natural calamity, because that doesn't sound very healthy. A huge deal in Chicago. Yeah, there are lots of Irish people in America, right? After the great potato famine. Gregory lives in Ireland. He's going to bar hop on behalf of us all. Biodegradable dye. Interesting. Look at these gorgeous ones. Well, everybody, I hope you're satisfied with your care. Thank you so much for staying an extra 10 minutes to make up for this guide's silliness, but I hope you appreciate my ability to improvise and not get stressed in such situations. The only time I ever get stressed is when my partner is ruining my tour. That makes me stressed. So that happened 2 times out of 472 times. But that's why his nickname is Poophead. Thank you so much, everybody. I had a lovely, lovely time with you, and I look forward to seeing you in my next tour in not very long. So see you in about 15 or 20 minutes if you'd like to come and see the castle garden. And there might be some plum blossoms blooming in there, but it's not going to be a super colourful thing because Japanese gardens are not known for colourfulness. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for your tips and reviews. Sponsors, thank you very much. Domo arigatou gozaimasu. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. This is my umbrella juggling, mask wielding face. Thanks.